Today I'm going to discuss about one question that someone asked me at last 21 hours. Look at it from here. This first question, this one. The first thing asked me, sir, please explain area of value. I replied him, I will in my next video. Area of value. Somebody even help me answer the question. That's why I like the answer, and let me even make this answer. Let me pin this answer because he said something reasonable. He said area of value is where more than 2 rejection before support and resistance area. He explained it with simple sentence and simple statement. What we mean by an area of value? An area of value is an area, either a support area or a resistance area, in which market reject that point at least twice. That's 2 or more than 2 rejections. Let me give you an example because I have to wait to get an area of value to enter a trade now. Look at it here. I'm in a serious profit right now. Look at it. Because I bought market from an area of value. Let's use 15 minute chart or 5 minute chart. Okay. Let's use the 15 minute chart. It will be better. Or the 5 minute chart. What it means by an area of value? An area of value is an area in your chart where market tested for twice or more. Or let me show you how this market. You see, this chart generally, this chart is 5 minute chart, so it's a recent chart. Let me check the last top here. Look at it here. The last top here is 25th of March around 1:30. This top. This thing happens. I even closed a trade around there. That's 25th yesterday. Let me check date. Today is. I'm posting this video live 10 a.m. here Nigerian time. So you see, this is the first top that the market made. This top is the first top, and this is the second top. Another top here again. Market retested this area recently. Another top. Let's call this one top. Another top. So making it 1, 2, 3 tops. So even after this third touch, after the second touch, anytime the market comes to this area, you should expect the market to respect that area and reverse, because that market has acted as a resistance at that particular area before, so it will forever act as a resistance even in the future. That's what you should understand, please. What you need to understand, anytime market act as support or resistance today, it can actually act as support or resistance tomorrow or in the future. Understand these two things. And anywhere market act as support now or today, it will surely act as support in the future or tomorrow. You understand? So please try to understand these things very well. It's very, very important. Look at it now. I place a trade. I just put the signal into my to my BIF group. I just placed a trade from an area of value, and the market is moving almost 30 pips for me. I'm using 0.2 point lot size. I'm making almost 60 to 70 something dollars profit. So this is how to buy from an area of value, and this is how to sell from an area of value. If you notice this position I placed now, I'm not using my strategy. I'm just placing the trade. But I know that since market is rejecting from an area of value, definitely if it comes here, it will respect my strategy. Look at what my strategy is telling me now. See now. It's now that I'm even going to wait for a confirmation. And since my account is connected to bot, I'm very sure bot will take this trade for me. Let me show you. This position. Bot will take this trade for me. If all the moving averages here crossed, that's when my bot will take signal for me, and that's how I will take our signal from our strategy for either cross off or cross down. Whenever the market crosses this black moving average, that's why I encourage you people, if you don't want to be subscribing for signal, kindly try and buy our strategy or our EA. and we'll be updating it from now till the end of the year. And whichever update we make, we'll give it to our first buyers for free. That's just it. So that's the advantages of buying AGA Forex strategy. Anytime we update our strategy, even if it is bot, we'll update the bot and we'll give you the bot for free. So at that moment, you don't have to buy a new bot. You have already gotten your bot. So you see, I am buying from an area of value and already in serious profit, and market has not done anything to I'm not going to be fearing. I will not be panicked because of spike. Spike, know why it comes. You will hardly see spike approaching resistance unless if that market is going to break out, which this one seems not, because the market did not even reach the top. This is the top edge of the resistance. Let me even put it. This is where the resistance is. This is the top edge of the resistance. That's why I ask you, anytime you are defining a resistance, you should define a resistance as an area, not as an area, not a line. So you look at it here. This area now, where I put this rectangle using this my straight lines, this is where my area of value is. Because typically, if you are looking at this chart, you see market has rallied up here, reached towards resistance. Are you going to sell at this resistance, or you are going to buy? If you can answer this question correctly, that means you should know what it means by an area of value. Area of value help you identify good trade setups. Like now, even this market will spike or not, because it may hardly capture all my profit. And this market, I said 40 pips TP, and this market is almost 20 pips now. You see, it's almost 50% of my TP. So anytime you are trading any fundamental instrument, be it Boom&Crash, be it step index, range break, anything, all you need to understand the market structure. Understand the market structure, understand what the market is doing, understand what the price action is telling you by mainly looking at it with your own naked eyes. Because the best indicator in this world, whether you like it or not, as far as I am concerned, based on the researches I made, the best indicator in this world is your eyes, because it's your eyes that sees the price action, and it's your eye that give you your emotions and your own trading trigger influence. It's your eyes that will give it courage whether to enter or not to enter the market. So any indicator you are seeing in this world, all these other indicators, they are just minor. The major indicator is your naked eyes, because it's your eyes that is seeing the main structure. Besides, this is Boom&Crash. It has no any fundamental influence. That's why it's very, very easy for you to learn, and it's very, very easy for you to get money. If you are a forex trader, you will know that trading Boom&Crash is the most easiest thing for you to do as a forex trader. I'm a full-time forex trader, but the kind of money I generated with this Boom&Crash in just a few times with my strategy and my trading bot, my brother, it will shock you. And I know what I'm saying. And I have over 60 people in my VIP signal collecting signals from my VIP content. So Hadibi, I'm not serving them well. People cannot be coming to me for help. As I promise, I always promise to all struggling traders that want to use the financial market and make money. And I promise to. And why is the next area of support here? This is why our next area of support, because this market touched here once, twice, and thrice here. And that's why I place my take profit at this point. So anytime, anywhere, whatever you are trading, S&P 500, stocks, indices, forex, commodities such as natural gas, crude oil, gold, because I'm very, very good in trading natural gas and crude oil, because that's my first fundamentals, or I should say instrument I used to trade, and that's why I learn fundamentals very, very well. So if you want to learn them, we have a special personal mentorship over everything you need to understand. You don't have to learn all. Find the simplest one and learn it, and you will back up and you will get what you want. Simple. So please understand what we mean by an area of value. An area of value is an area in your chart, either at a support or at a resistance, where market reject that area at least twice. When market reject an area at least twice, it's telling you that that area is an important area. Because had it been that market is strong enough to break out that market for the first time, it will have break it out, and it comes back and test it the second time and still not break it out. That tells you that that is a very strong. Don't be surprised, this area is a weekly resistance. Let me show you something. Let me show you how to use top-down analysis to capture data. I'm telling you, this is probably a weekly resistance. This is 1 hour chart. See, look at the 1 hour chart. From the 1 hour chart, what our chart is telling us that market is just retesting an area. You see, look at it here. You see, there was a breakout here using our strategy. The market rallied down and it come up again. It retested for the first time, retested for the second time. This is the third retest the market is making here. So let me check the 4 hours chart. What is the 4 hours chart telling us? The 4 hours chart is giving us a strong rejection from an area of value. Look at it here, a strong rejection from this point. See, this is a green candle, but see the rejection. The rejection is much. It's absolutely much. Let's check the daily chart. What the daily chart is telling us. You see, the daily chart is also telling us that after this market break out this moving average. Okay, I want to fix this After this market break out this moving average, that means there is a change in trend now. Market has already break out the 50 the moving average, sorry, this black moving average. So that means there's a breakout now, change in trend. And market, the next candle try to retest this area and come down, and the next candle is trying to break out to close in above this moving averages, but it's having a rejection, telling you that sellers are in control. So buyers have started giving up that this market has broken out this 50 moving average and the market will continue to go down. So we will verify that as the market continues to trade, but for now we are waiting and we'll continue to wait. And this is what I'm telling you. See, قال ألم أقل إنك لن تستطيع معي صبرا قال لا تؤاخذني بما نسيت ولا ترهقني من أمري عسرا فانطلقا حتى